The woman took off her bra and stuffed her phone inside one of her shoes. She tossed the shoe from the top of the tower, hoping someone would find it. She and her friend were trapped on a 600-meter tall tower. They waited for what felt like forever. Finally, a dog appeared, followed by its owner, who was talking on the phone. The two women shouted desperately, but they were too far above the ground for the man to hear them. Just as he was about to leave, Becky took off her other shoe and threw it toward the ground. It wasn't enough to get his attention. Then she threw the second shoe. It slammed into a metal structure with a loud clang. The man picked it up, puzzled. He looked around but saw nothing. He tossed the shoe aside and walked away. Becky quickly reached for a flare gun, but her friend stopped her. She noticed the man heading toward his RV. It was obvious he planned to camp there overnight. They decided it would be better to fire the flare after dark. Finally, night fell. The two women launched the flare. The bright flame immediately caught the man's attention. At last, he spotted them stranded on top of the tower. The women were overjoyed. They watched as the man drove toward them, but instead of helping, he smashed the window of their car. Then he stole the vehicle and drove away. The women were left in complete despair. Even by the next day, no rescue had arrived. They realized they had to save themselves. Her friend lowered the safety rope, determined to retrieve the backpack hanging below. Becky strongly objected, but her friend stubbornly climbed down, inch by inch. Unfortunately, the rope wasn't long enough, so she unclipped her safety harness. Swinging her body through the air, she managed to reach the backpack. Now she had to climb back up. She began making her way up the rope. Soon she reached the platform beneath the tower. Becky looked down in terror. Fortunately, her friend managed to grab the rope instead of falling to her death. In the end, Becky successfully pulled her back up. Becky wrote a plea for help on a piece of paper. She attached the note to a drone and sent it off to search for help. Before long, the drone's camera captured a house. Hope returned. Then, out of nowhere, a passing truck struck the drone and destroyed it. Becky was stunned. The driver got out to inspect what had happened, but afraid he might have to pay for the damage, he simply drove away. Becky was completely devastated. Even worse, she suddenly noticed a horrifying wound across her friend's face. Becky was terrified. The truth was, her friend had actually died when she fell earlier. The trauma had been so overwhelming that Becky's mind had blocked out the memory. Now she realized she was completely alone on the tower. Just then, a vulture landed nearby. Becky quickly grabbed it by the neck. A fierce struggle broke out between them. In the end, Becky won. She ate the vulture's head. She had only one thought left. She had to survive. Becky climbed back down the rope to the platform where her friend's body lay. She apologized to her friend. Then she gathered her strength and pushed the body off the tower. The police finally discovered the body at the base of the tower. Following the discovery, they were able to rescue Becky at last.